passive components along with active play a major role in electronic circuits. Identifying them correctly in terms of their value, tolerance, ratings, etc. is very important. Resistor, capacitor, and inductor are primary passive components. For a resistor, Ohm's law helps us understand that physical conditions remaining same and temperature remaining constant. The potential difference V applied across the ends of a conductor is directly proportional to the current I flowing through it, with the constant of proportionality being resistance R. We thus have V is equal to R into I. A resistor is generally required to be used in a circuit to limit the flow of current. Since resistance R is directly proportional to external temperature T, hence, we can also use this property to detect the change in electrical resistance of a metal wire, typically platinum, to measure the temperature. Such a resistance sensor is called resistance temperature detector RTD. The expression for resistance temperature dependence is as shown. Resistance R of a conductor is also directly proportional to length of the conductor and inversely proportional to its area of cross-section. We can also use this property to detect the change in electrical resistance of a special resistor as it deforms or strains due to an externally placed load. Such a resistance sensor is called a strain gauge, usually used in a load cell. The expression for dependence of resistance on physical conditions is as shown. Let us understand the usual method of obtaining the value of the resistance by using the color codes that are printed on the resistor. Resistors, which are of type metal film resistors, are blue in shade as shown in the figure. For a 5-band resistor, to obtain its value, hold the resistor with the orientation as shown in the figure. The first 3 bands convey, respectively, the value of resistance. This is followed by the 4th band, which conveys the multiplier value, which is a power of 10. The 5th band conveys the tolerance. Thus, a brown band shall convey 1% tolerance. This means that a 100 ohm resistor with 1% tolerance may actually measure anywhere between 99 ohms to 101 ohms. The number code for the color bands 0 to 9 can be remembered with the help of this limerick. B.B. Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. With the highlighted letters representing the color as shown in the figure, let us now understand the use of a breadboard for building generic circuits and making component connections. A breadboard can be said to be a general-purpose printed circuit board, PCB, or a solderless board. It is of immense use for mounting, observing, and testing operations of circuits under development before finalizing the circuit for making the PCB. As seen, the perforations allow the component's leads to be easily inserted for making connections. One can understand the breadboard connections more easily by referring to the breadboard style general purpose PCB. As seen, all the perforations in a vertical column are connected together. So, for connecting 2 circuit components together, their leads can be mounted in any 2 perforations of the same column. Similarly, the individual columns are all isolated from each other. The ridge along the center of the board helps in the mounting of dual inline pin integrated circuits, that is, DIPICs. A breadboard can be used to connect 2 resistors in series, as shown in the top figure alongside here. Please note the way the common column connection of the breadboard is used to connect the resistors in series. Similarly, we can use a breadboard to connect 2 resistors in parallel as shown in the bottom figure here. Hence, to connect the resistors in parallel, note the way in which the common column connection of the breadboard is used. Let us now use a breadboard to measure the value of a resistor. Pick a resistor from the component box. For example, over here we have a resistor with the color codes as brown, black, black, brown, and with the tolerance band being brown, meaning that the resistor is of 1% tolerance. The color codes allow us to know that the resistor value is of 1 kilo ohm. We connect the resistor to the breadboard appropriately. Select the multimeter range appropriate to the value of the resistance. Over here, we can measure the resistance value at any range above 2 kiloohms. Place the connecting probes of the multimeter at the two ends of resistor leads, and the display shall indicate the value of the resistance. We can also measure the value of this resistance at higher multimeter ranges. It can be noted that the multimeter range closest to the resistance value gives the most accurate reading